Hello everyone, Moose 2006 here. Today we are going to be looking at the Gold Edition of Farming Simulator 15, which is basically an Eastern European themed expansion for Farming Simulator. It adds new machinery, new equipment, and a new map called Sosnovka. If you are on Xbox 360 or PS3, you will get the Silver Edition instead, which has all the new equipment and machinery, but does not have the map. So for this tutorial today, we will first look in the shop at the new brands and the new equipment, and then we will take a quick tour of the farm and look at the map for a little bit. So, what they added are a few Eastern European brands, I guess, which are, sorry about that, Zetor, Rostelmash, Tatra, Kavernland, and then they added a new farm tech tipper, which we've had before in another DLC. So let's look at Zetor and see what we have there. So we'll go all the way over here. So Zetor, we have 4 tractors. Both of these are ones you will start with. I think the really neat thing about this expansion is that if you start on the new map, the Sosnovka map, you actually start with the new machinery. So you actually start with Eastern European machinery like this. So we have Zetor tractors here. If we looked at the Rostel Mash, this is all in alphabetical order, by the way. So Rostel Mash, we have harvesters. So you get 2 new harvesters here and a new chaff harvester right here, and then of course the appropriate headers. You actually start with a 7-meter header to start the map with, which is, you know, pretty nice compared to the other starting headers, which are usually around 3. And then you start, of course, with the smallest Rostel Mash harvester, which is 9,000 liters, or that's what it holds. So again, you get to start with this nice new equipment. And then the Tatra is TT right there. This is the new semi-truck. So it's cheaper than the other one, the man truck. It's a 6x6. It's a little more powerful, a little faster, I guess. So yeah, a new semi. And the Kavernland is, if we look over here, basically kind of your general generic equipment. So your sower, cultivator, plower, all that stuff. You start with a cultivator, a sower, and I think that's it. A sower, cultivator, yeah, that's it. Right there. You don't actually start with the plow in this one. Of course, you do have the corn and beet one and the potatoes, but you don't start with those. Oh, this is a fertilizer spreader. Sorry. And now the farm tech. I think I've already showed it. You just get a new tipper. So this came with the IT Runner DLC, and then this small tipper comes with this one, and you do start out with it as well. So that is the new machinery. If you pre-ordered the Gold Edition, I believe, is the only way you get this. You actually get another Rostel Mash harvester. It's quite a bit smaller. I think it's an older Neva model. It's like a, I can't remember. I think it's a little older model. It's smaller. It only has a 4-meter header, but again, I don't think I'll probably ever use this, but this was a pre-order bonus, kind of at the last. It was kind of a weird last-minute bonus they added, but I'll take it. So yeah, this is what you start out with. So that's the equipment that is new to the Gold Edition, and now we'll just take a quick look at our farm, because everything's really different looking. It's really nice, and then we'll take a quick look at the map here in a little bit. But this is what you start with. So you start with your Zetor tractors, your sower, all that stuff, and then you can see to the east in the distance is your Rostel Mash harvester ready to go. You kind of start with a couple of really small fields. Now let's get in. We'll get in this little faster tractor and take a little tour, because, like I said, it's a really cool looking map. Everything functions in the same way. It just looks really different. So here are your silo bins, and right away you can tell, like, they're rusty. I mean, it just, all the textures, all the models are different. Of course, the question marks are still there because I just started this. This is where you'll dump things over here up this ramp, and then you actually get them from under here. And this is where you can load up your tipper. Let's get in our tractor and drive around just a little bit. Might as well pick up the weights. This is, right here, these 3 large sheds are where you have your wood chips over there, and then your beets and potatoes over here. So again, very different looking. It's a really nice touch to not just give us the same assets in a different arrangement, but to actually change them. We have storage, like a shed there, but yeah, then to actually change them to fit the theme, like the Eastern Europe theme a lot. This is where you can sell your straw and hay. It'll tell you right there. Unfortunately, they don't have it on the map for some reason. They don't have an icon, but that's where you'll do that. And then we have, weirdly enough and really conveniently, we have our cows right next to our farm. So there is your silage silo, basically. And then in here is where you will put the straw, or the straw for your cows. And then, of course, your cows will live here, and we can prove that. Might as well just buy one so we can see him in action. And there he is, way in the distance. So really nice that our cows right by our farm. The strange thing is that our chickens, let's take a quick look at the map now that we've kind of taken a quick look at the immediate farm. Our chickens are way up north in the center there, and our sheep are way down south. So if you look at the map, you have everything's very spread out. We have our lumberyard way in the southwest, biomass way in the southeast, and then of course all your freight and your transport company, all that is kind of just spread out. I think this will be really enjoyable. You have a nice river kind of separating the map into 3 large chunks. So let's take a quick look. We're just going to drive over to the chickens so I can show you what that looks like, because again, it's very different. And another nice touch is when you buy something, it actually is in the shop, and I'll show you that. I'll just do black, why not? So when you go to get your new equipment, it's actually inside the shop, which I think is really neat. So it's not just outside like in the parking lot, but you actually end up here inside, and then you can drive out. So I'm going to cut and go to the chicken farm. Actually, no, I won't cut because it's right here. So yeah, again, our farm is way southeast, and then we are way up here. We took a little trip north. You can see our blinker, and here's our chickens. So again, same function. I've already bought some just to kind of show you something here in a second. Same function, just completely different looking. We have they actually have a little coop like that they would, in real life sit in. I was hoping, this is what I wanted to show you. I was hoping that with this, maybe the eggs would actually collect in here or under wherever the eggs would actually collect, but they don't. They still just spread out, but that's okay. It's still really cool looking. And now I am gonna cut so we can just take a quick look at our sheep, where our sheep live, and then that will be the end. So let me cut quick. All right, welcome back. We're gonna take a quick stop. These things, the other maps where you sell grass is just like a pile or a mound of grass. On this map, they look like this. So don't let these throw you off. That is where you will dump grass if you want to sell it directly instead of using it for other purposes. And then here's your sheep. So let's buy one just so we can see it alive. And they're way in the distance. There he is. Yeah, again, just completely different looking. It's such a pleasing aesthetic. It's just a really refreshing aesthetic that we haven't seen before. It's usually just a different arrangement of things, and then that coupled with starting with the Eastern European equipment like the Z-Tor and Rostelmash, a really nice touch. So thank you, Giants, for putting out I think what's going to be a really fun and really awesome new expansion. So yeah, I think that's it. That's all the new equipment. That is the new map, Sosnovka. I hope that helps you decide on if you think this game is worth it or not. That's up to you. Hope that helps you see what's new. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like and or subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at Moose2006LP. Have yourselves a very nice day.